right, welcome. This is Christian Education Department of the Nigerian Baptist Convention Global Preparatory class, and I will be taking the Disciples Lifestyle lesson for this Sunday. Our topic is differences and similarity between pastors and the deacon. Our text is 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 to 13. Now let's look at the pastor and the deacon as two sides of the same coin. Now, if a church were a world-class restaurant, who is the head chef and who is the front of house manager? They have totally different tasks, but if they don't work together, the guests go hungry. In a Baptist church, the pastor and the deacon are two essential parts of one team. They have distinct assignments, but their mission is identical, keeping the church healthy and growing. Let's look at it historically and contextually. The term for pastor literally means overseer or shepherd. And historically, this role was created to provide spiritual vision and protection for the flock. Now, the diaconus, the deacon, as we have learned, deacon means servant. This role was born in the early church to handle practical logistics so the word of God wouldn't be neglected. And 1 Timothy chapter 3 shows that while their duties differ, their character requirements are nearly identical. God isn't looking for different types of people, He's looking for the same type of art in different roles. Our lesson explained, and the first one is functions of a Baptist pastor. Now, the text says the overseer is to be above reproach, able to teach. He must manage his own family well. That's according to 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2 to 4. The pastor is the primary spiritual vision caster. They are responsible for the spiritual diet of the church, preaching, teaching, and administering baptism. They also lead major committees and settle disagreements to maintain harmony. You must emphasize to your learners that the pastor is a chief servant, not just a manager. Their commitment is spiritual, emotional, as well as physical. And the takeaway here is that 1, the pastor planned worship and set the preaching schedule. 2, they provide counseling to keep the family united. Their main focus is the spiritual health of every member. Second lesson explained is the functions of the deacon in a Baptist church. Our text says, in the same way, deacons are to be worthy of respect. They must keep hold of the deep truth of faith, according to 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 8 to 9. Now, if the pastor focuses on the word, the deacon focuses on the warfare. Originally chosen to serve table, deacons today handle practical care, visiting the sick, assisting with the Lord's Supper, and leading practical committees. And let them, your learner, remind them, your learner, that deacons are commissioned to serve, not to rule. Their authority is found in their humility. These are the takeaway. The first is deacon free up the pastor for study and prayer by early practical needs. They offer congregational care through visit and encouragement. Their role are expanded to include spiritual support and counseling. The third lesson is similarity and differences. Both must be spiritually mature and above reproach. However, the pastor usually undergoes years of formal seminary training and serve indefinitely, while deacons are often selected from the congregation and serve on a rotational basis. You must emphasize that while their roles are distinct, they must work in harmony. If the pastor tries to do everything, he burns out. If the deacon tries to do everything, the vision gets lost. Our takeaway is that from the similarity, both share high character standard and the same goals. Now, their differences include pastor officiate ordinances, baptism and Lord's Supper, deacon assist, they balance things. Now, our practical points of emphasis, action for this week is that this week, pray for the pastor's spiritual vision and the deacon's practical hand. Also, send a text or note to your leaders today. Acknowledge the weight they carry. Another action is to find the gap in your church, and then don't wait for a leader to do it. See a messy corner or a lonely member, then deacon to it. That is, serve it yourself. As I conclude, A soccer team where everyone tries to be the goalies loses the game. Find your position, respect your teammate role, and play for the glory of the king. Make the turn today. I'll see you next week. God bless you. My name is Tolu Alashe Adeoju. Bye.